Hello everyone, Yashvin here from Exam Help Web. Today I am going to be solving Paper 2 Variant 1 of May-June 2019 0580 Mathematics. Starting with question number 1, write down a prime number between 50 and 60. Well, any number which is not um, divisible by 3. A hint of this question can be any number which is not completely divisible by 2 or 5 or 3. And I'm going to use 53. 2. Use your calculator to work out. So you simply put the values in your calculator and get the answer as 0.839. 3. Write the recurring decimal 0.7 as a fraction. Okay, so let's assume x is equal to 0.777 and we multiply the whole equation by 10. So this becomes 10x is equal to 7.777. Notice that I write the same number of 7 after the decimal point, and now I'm going to be subtracting the second one from the first one. So this gives us the answer of 9x is equal to 7. X is equal to 7 by 9. 7 divided by 9. 4. Complete each statement. A quadrilateral with only one pair of parallel sides is called a trapezium. B. An angle greater than 90 degrees but less than 180 degrees is called obtuse angle. Question number 5. The distance between Prague and Vienna is 254 kilometers. The local time in Prague is the same as the local time in Vienna. A train leaves Prague at 15:20 and arrives in Vienna at 19:50 at the same time. At the same day, calculate the average speed of the train. Right, so we calculate the difference between the two times, and the answer is this is basically 4 hours and 30 minutes. That is 4.5 hours. Now we have the time and the distance, so we calculate the speed by distance over time, which is 254 divided by 4.5, and this gives us the answer as 56.4 kilometers per hour. Question number 6. Solve the equation 9f plus 11 is equal to 3f plus 23. So I'm going to be shifting 3f towards the left hand side and 11 to the right hand side, and this leaves us with the equation 6f is equal to 12. Now we shift 6 over here, so 12 divided by 6 is 2, so f is equal to 2. Question number 7. Calculate the area of this triangle. So we multiply half with the base, which is 88.4, and height, which is 3.5. So we have our answer as 14.7 centimeters square. Question number 8. Write 0.047883 correct to two significant figures. Alright, so the significant figures are starting with 4, but the second one is 7, and I'm going to be rounding it to 8 since the next figure is above 5. So this is 0.048. B. Write 0.00527 in standard form. So we start by writing 5.27 into 10 to the power of negative 3. Question number 9. Find the highest common factor of 90 and 40. Okay, so we see, first off we check out which number is it, which is the highest value that has both of these numbers as its multiples, and that is 6. So 6 15s are 90 and 6 8s are 48, and as we can see over here, both of these numbers 8 and 15 do not come are not the same multiples, are not both the multiples of any same number. That is They are not divisible by any same number, so we're going to leave it at that. And the highest common factor is 6. On a map with scale 1 is to 25,000, the area of a lake is 33.6 square centimeters. Calculate the actual area of the lake, giving your answer in square kilometers. Okay, so we have the scale as 1 is to 25,000, and the value of the lake on the map is 33.6 centimeters square. Now we have to figure out the actual value of the lake. So I'm going to be squaring this value. So x is equal to 33.6 into 25,000 square. So the value of x is 2.1 into 10 to the power of 10 centimeters square. And now I'll first convert it from centimeter square to meter square by dividing it with 1,000 into 1,000. No, 100. And so I'll convert it from centimeter square to meter square by dividing it with 100 into 100. So this becomes 2100,000 meters square. And now I'll convert it to kilometer square by dividing it with 1,000 into 1,000, which gives us the answer as 2.1 kilometers square. Question number 11. Write down the matrix that represents an enlargement, scale factor 3, center 0, 0. So we have the standard matrix as 3, 0, 0, and 3. Question number 12. Simplify 5m square into 2m square. So since the bases are the same, we'll multiply 5 with 2, which is 10, and we'll add the bases, which becomes 3 plus 2, which is 5. So we have the power as 5. B, x8 to the power of 3. So we'll multiply 8 with 3, which gives us the answer as x to the power of 24. Question number 13. Without using a calculator, work out 2 1 by 4 divided by 3 by 7. You must show all your working and give your answer as a mixed number in its simplest form. So I'll start with converting this mixed fraction into an improper fraction. So we multiply 2 with 4, which is 8, and then we add 1 to it, which becomes 9 by 4 divided by 3 by 7. So I'll convert the second fraction and have multiplication over here. So we get the reciprocal, and we multiply this and get the answer as 63 by 12. Now we cancel it. So 3 4s are 12, 3 21s are 63. So we get our answer as 21 by 4. Now I'll divide this and show the working. 4 5s are 20, the remainder is 1. So we have our mixed fraction as 5 1 by 4. Question number 14. Solve the simultaneous equations. You must show all your working. So I'll be using the elimination method over here. I'll multiply 5 with the second equation and half with the first equation. So we have our first equation converted to 2.5x plus 4y is equal to 2, and we have our second equation as 2.5x plus 15y is equal to 35. Now I'll change the signs of the second equation, all of the values in second equation. So all of them become negative since they previously had been positive. So negative 2.5 and positive 2.5 is equal to 0. 4 minus 15 is negative 11. Y is equal to 2 and negative 35 becomes negative 33. So we divide 33 with negative 11, which gives us the value of y as 3. And now I'll substitute this value of y. So 5x, in the equation I'm going to be using this value, 5x plus 8y, which is 3, is equal to 4. So 5x is equal to 4 minus 8 into 3, which is 24. So we are left with negative 20 divided by 5, and the answer is negative 4. So x is negative 4 and y is 3. Question number 15. Shona buys a car in a sale for $435.60. This is a reduction of 12% on the original price. Calculate the original price of the chair. So since this is a reduction, the original price is supposed to be greater than the value in the question. So we have the whole value is 100%, and since this is a reduction, I'm going to be subtracting, and I'll get the answer as 88%, and write the new value below this value which we have calculated right now. And we need to calculate the previous value which had no reduction whatsoever. So I'm going to be cross multiplying this. So 88x is equal to 435, and since we multiplied, this becomes 43,560, and then we divide this value with 88, which becomes 495, and this is the earlier value. 16a. By shading the unwanted regions of the grid, find and label the region R that satisfies the three inequalities. So these are the three inequalities over here. First off, I'll start with this one, which is y less than negative 1 by 2x plus 6. So plus 6 over here is the constant value, or the y-intercept value over here, which as you can see, this line crosses y-axis on 6. So this tells us that this equation is for the line over here, and so I'll be shading it accordingly. So I want the region less than or equal to the equation. I'll shade the upper part. Second equation is y greater than or equal to 3x minus 4. Again, for negative 4 over here is the y-intercept, which tells us that this line is of this equation, and we want the area greater than the line. So I'll shade the rest of the region, which is less than the equation. And now the third one, which is x plus y greater than or equal to 5, is of course this one, and we want the greater region. So I'll shade the rest of the unwanted region. That's it, and here is the region R, which is wanted region. B. Find the largest value of x plus y in the region R, where x and y are integers. So we want two coordinates which add up to the highest value in this triangle. So we have 2 with 4, which is 6, 2 and 5, which is 7, and then 1 only has the coordinate 5, which is 6. The rest of the values are not integers, so I'll go with 2 and 5, which sum up to be 7. So 2 plus 5 is equal to 7, which is the highest sum over here. And that's it. Question number 17. Write as a single fraction in its simplest form 2x over x plus 3 plus x plus 3 over x minus 5. So I'll start with crossing the denominators. So we multiply 2x over x plus 3 with the denominator of the other fraction, which is x minus 5. And so we do the similar thing to the next fraction. We multiply it with the denominator x plus 3. So we have 2x squared minus 10x plus x plus 3 the whole square, which would give us x squared plus 6x plus 9 divided by x plus 3 into x minus 5. So we have 2x squared plus x squared, which is 3x squared, minus 10x plus 6x, which is negative 4x plus 9 from the remainder, and then we have x plus 3 into x minus 5. Question number 18. The table shows the number of people in different age groups at a cinema. So we have age groups and their frequency or the number of people. Dexter draws a histogram to show this information. The height of the bar he draws for the group 15 to 25 is 7 centimeters. Calculate the height of each of the remaining bars. Okay, so to draw the histogram, we calculate frequency density, which is equal to the frequency divided by the range. As we can see over here, the range has a gap of 10. So if we divided 35 with 10, this would give us the answer as 3.5. And then let's see what relationship is there between 3.5 and 7. I'll divide 7 with 3.5 and that gives us the answer as 2. So if you multiply 3.5 with 2, you get the answer as 7. So the summary, my point is, first we calculate the frequency density over here by dividing frequency with the range or the gap between the two groups, and then we multiply the answer with 2. So 35 divided by 10, which is the gap between 15 and 25, gives us 3.5, and multiplying it with 2 gives us 7. We're going to do the same process to the rest of the values. So we have 32 divided by the range over here, which is 5, and this gives us 6.4. So we multiply 6.4 with 2, which is 12.8. This is the first answer, and we repeat the process. 44 divided by the group and the gap between 30 and 50, which is 20, and then we multiply the answer with 2, and this gives us 4.4. Similarly, 12 divided by the gap between 50 and 80, which is 30, and we multiply the answer with 2, and that becomes 0.8. Question number 19. Rearrange this formula to make m the subject. So I shift m over here, so this becomes Pm is equal to k plus m. Now I'll shift m over here, so that would be Pm minus m is equal to k. Now I factorize this and take m out of the bracket, which gives us p minus 1 is equal to k. Now I'll shift this bracket over here, which was multiplying on the left side, so it would be m is equal to k over p minus 1. Question number 20. Solve the equation 3x squared minus 2x minus 10 is equal to 0. Show all your working and give your answer correct to 2 decimal place. So the statement show all your working and give your answer correct to 2 decimal place gives us the hint that the examiner wants us to use the quadratic formula over here, which is negative b plus minus root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So as we can see over here, a is 3, b is negative 2, and c is negative 10. So we'll substitute the values and get the answer. So we get the working as negative b plus minus root of b square, which is negative 2 square, and that is 4, minus 4 into a, which is 3, into c, which is negative 10, and divide the whole value with 2 into a, that is 3. So we have 2 plus or minus root of 124 divided by 6. So we get the values as 2.19 or negative 1.52. Question number 21a. In the Venn diagram, shade x complement intersection with y. So the area which is not x, that is the area which is x complement, or in other words the area which is not x intercepting with y, and that is the area of y. But we're not going to be shading this area because in interception we do not include the area which has the complement sign. Okay. B. The Venn diagram shows the information about the number of gardeners who grow melons, potatoes, and carrots. 1. The gardener A gardener is chosen at random from the gardeners who grow melons. Alright, so we have these are all the gardeners which grow melons, and the probability that this gardener does not grow carrots. Okay, so the probability of the gardener being carrots is 2 out of the sum of these 3 plus 6 plus 2 plus 5, which is 16. But 5, so we have 5 plus 2, that is 8 gardeners over here. Sorry, 7 gardeners over here which also grow carrots. But we only want the gardeners which do not grow carrots, that is 6 plus 3, which is 9, divided by the total number, which is 16. So we have the probability as 9 by 16. And we want to show the working since the question is of 2 marks. So we want the gardener being melons and potato growers divided by the total number, which is 3 plus 6 plus 2 plus 5. And we have the answer over here. 2. Find number of the gardeners which are union with C complement. So we don't want the area of C. We don't want this area, but we want the area of M intersection with P. Okay, so let's see what we have over here. Okay, part 2. Find number of M intersection P union with C dash. Okay, so we don't want anything to have to do anything which has anything to do with this area, because union with C dash means we don't want this part. But as you can see over here, M intersection P, that is this area, and we are going to include 6 and 2 because this is intersection and we always include it. And we want this union with anything which is not C. So we have 6 plus 2 plus 3 plus 12 plus 23, and that is 46. Question number 22a. Calculate AB. So we multiply the matrix A with B, that is 2713 multiplied by 3401. So we have 2, 7 multiplied by 3 and 0. So 2 3s are 6 plus 0, which is 6. And then we multiply 2 and 7 with 4 and 1. So 2 4s are 8 plus 7 1 into 1, which is 7. So 8 plus 7 gives us 15. And then we have 1 into 1 and 3 multiplied by 3 and 0. So this is 3. And then we have 1 into 4 plus 3 into 1, which is 7. So we have our answer as 6, 15, 3, and 7. B. Find A inverse. So we have 1 over A into D, which is 2 into 3, 6, minus B into C, which is 7 into 1, 7, into D, which is 3, negative B becomes 7, negative C, and A. So here we have 1 over negative 1, which is equal to 1 into 3, negative 7, negative 1, and 2. Okay, I forgot the negative sign over here. And now we multiply -1 with the bracket. The answer would be -3, 7, 1 and -2. Question number 23. ABCD is a parallelogram with AB is equal to Q, AD is equal to P. ABM is a straight line with AB to BM is 1:1. ADN is a straight line with AD to DN is equal to 3:2. Alright, so write MN in terms of P and Q in its simplest form. So MN would be M to A and A to N. So let's see. First we have MA plus AN would give us MN. And as you can see over here, AB to BM is 1:1, which means both of them are equal. So AB plus BM is 2Q, but since the direction is reverse, and that becomes -2Q. So we have -2Q plus these values. As you can see in the question, AD over DN is 3/2. This is the ratio, and I'm going to calculate DN over here. So AD is P over DN is equal to 3/2. So DN 3DN is equal to 2P, and so DN is equal to 2P over 3. So we add, we don't only want DN over here, we want the whole AN. So 2/3P plus P gives us 5/3P. And this 5/3P is the value of AN. So here we write 5/3P. So we have the answer as -2Q plus 5/3P. B. The straight line NM cuts BC at X. X is the midpoint of MN. BX is equal to KP. Find the value of K. Okay. So we need to calculate the value of K, and that K into P is equal to Bx, which means we're first supposed to find out the value of Bx. Bx can be B to M plus M to X. As you can see, we can divide Mn with 2. So we'll have half of the value of Mn, which is also equal to Mx, given in the question that X is the midpoint of Mn. So when I divide this value with 2, I get the answer as -Q plus 5/6P. Okay, so -Q plus 5/6P is equal to Mx. Now we still need to know what is Bm. Bm is simply Q. So when we add Bm to Mx, we'll get the value of Bx. So I add plus Q over here, so we cancel -Q with +Q, which leaves us with 5/6P. So the value of K is 5/6. K is equal to 5/6. Question number 4. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H is a cuboid. AB is equal to 18 centimeter, BC is equal to 7 centimeters, and CG is equal to 12 centimeters. Calculate the angle that the diagonal AG makes with the base ABCD. So here we have this angle. Let me draw a triangle over here. So we have A, G, and C, and this is the angle we want to find out. To know the angle, we need to have either of the two sides of AC or AG. I'll calculate AC by using the formula. AC is equal to root of 18 square plus 7 square. As you can see over here, if you focus on this triangle, A, B, C. A, B, and C. This is a right angle triangle. So this is 18, this is 7, and since we can, since this is AC is the hypotenuse side, we can use the formula AC is equal to root of 18 square plus 7 square, which gives us the answer as 19.3. So we have 19.3 over here. So this angle is 12 is opposite side to the angle, and AC is the adjacent side, and we can use 10 over here. So 10 theta is equal to opposite, which is 12, divided by adjacent, which is 19.3, and we get the answer as 31.9.
Moving on to the next and the last part of the paper, which is question number 25. Describe fully the single transformation that maps part A, triangle A, onto B. So here is our triangle A and this is our triangle B. Triangle A has to rotate 90 degree clockwise so that this corner of the triangle comes over here, and then it has to move 1 unit to the right so that it comes exactly on top of triangle B. So I'll write, this part of the question has been allocated 3 marks, so I must mention 3 points. It rotates 90 degree clockwise and also move 1 unit to the right. So to denote that movement, we must mention it this way. It moves 1 unit to the right along the x-axis, so here comes 1, and then it doesn't move any way along the y-axis, so that's 0. Now part B, triangle A onto C. Now when you see that, first of all, triangle C is much larger than triangle A. So triangle A has definitely undergone enlargement, plus I see that triangle A has moved upside down. So the first point will be it has undergone enlargement. Second point will be scale factor, which is if you take this point of the triangle and you put your ruler over here, this point of the triangle A has a corresponding point on C over here, and this point, this corner of triangle A has a corresponding point on triangle C over here, and then this one has its corresponding point on triangle C over here. So you have to match all these points, and wherever these 3 lines will intersect, that coordinate will be your scale factor. So I'll mention enlargement by scale factor of 0 to. Also, the third point goes to the enlargement factor. By that I mean by how much each length has increased. This part of triangle A consists of 2 units, 2 lengths, and this part of triangle C consists of 4 lengths. Why negative? Because triangle A has moved upside down. Alright, so we are done with this paper. Thank you for watching.